Hey folks, my first 2 years in office are over and I wanted to just say a few words. First of all, thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve you. It has been the honor of my lifetime and I take this responsibility very seriously. So I'd like to tell you a little bit about what my team and I have been up to in the first 2 years, and I have a tendency to talk too much, so they've challenged me to take the AOC 2 in 2. That is listing accomplishments from my first 2 years in just 2 minutes. All right, so challenge accepted. Start the clock. Constituent services are paramount in my office. To that end, we've handled nearly 8,000 constituent cases, including emails, phone calls, and letters. We've helped hundreds of residents secure thousands of dollars in unemployment and benefits and other resources. I've hosted over 230 town halls, coffee hours, and other in-district events. In fact, in 2019, I was named one of the 10 most accessible state legislators in the United States. I have been deeply engaged with the Oakland County Business and Employment Services, and in my first year, I was named Legislator of the Year by Oakland County, Michigan Works. I sponsored or co-sponsored 248 bills and resolutions. I've secured a $250,000 grant for Oakland County to develop a homelessness eradication blueprint. I've worked with our local shelters and community housing professionals and various state departments to streamline and improve processes for personal identification and long-term sheltering and housing needs. It's time that we eliminate homelessness in Oakland County. As Vice Chair of the K-12 Appropriations Subcommittee, I was immersed in school funding and fought tooth and nail to make our funding more equitable. We increased access to Great Start Readiness Program and allowing nearly 6,000 more families to send their children to high-quality preschools. By changing some fine print in the school aid fund, I saved millions of dollars for our local schools. I was involved in securing $2 million funding for public television for K-8 curriculum content to provide free at-home education during COVID. We increased mental health funding by over $5 million, increased early literacy funding, and allocated millions to new teacher incentives. I was heavily involved in securing $25 million to help with statewide connectivity for student and teacher internet access during COVID, plus a $300,000 grant from my foundation to start work on a statewide high-speed internet access. I pushed for and achieved the reinstatement of the Civilian Conservation Corps in the Department of Natural Resources. I serve on the Great Lakes Legislative Caucus, working with colleagues across the aisle and in multiple states on PFAS, lead and copper, and other risks to human health, drinking water, and our Great Lakes. I work with colleagues like Senator Santana to help pass juvenile justice reforms, incarceration and jail to prison pipeline reforms. I served on the Governor's Nursing Home Task Force and Quality of Life Work Group, enabling access support operations, provide PPE funding, increase safety and the quality of life for long-term care residents. I fought every single day for you, for the environment, for your family, and for our state. So, okay, pretty close. So that covers a lot of what I did in the last 2 years. 2 years and 2 minutes is pretty hard for me, but you get the idea. I work for you 24/7, and I am looking forward to the next 2 years. I do love to hear from people in the district, so anytime, don't hesitate to call 517-373-2417. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. We'll keep you updated constantly on those two ports, and you can just know how much I appreciate you allowing me to serve you. And are any of my fellow legislators willing to take this challenge?